Erica Olson, and today on Inside SoCal, we're talking turkey, but not your typical one. Chef Timothy Hollingsworth has invited us to his house to smoke things up this Thanksgiving. Plus, we have wine and table setting tips to help you plan for the big day. Chef Tim, thank you so much for inviting us into your beautiful backyard. This is quite the view here.
Thank you. Welcome.
So there are a ton of different turkey preparations out there when it comes to Thanksgiving. Where do you even begin?
So I think the number one thing when you're preparing turkey is keeping it moist. There's always this negative connotation of, I don't like turkey, turkey's dry. So to keep this turkey moist, there's a few different things that I like to do. I either like to inject it.
Okay.
So that would be making a brine and sucking up the brine and then sticking the needle inside the turkey and literally pumping liquid inside of it.
That's a serious instrument, too.
Yes, this is. So if this is too intimidating, you can also brine the bird. It's submerged in liquids. And then another thing you can do is you can dry rub it. Or if you're last minute, sometimes like me, and you have a lot of things going on, then I'm going to teach you a trick that I grew up using and I think works really, really well. And it's kind of surprising to a lot of people. So we're gonna do like a mayonnaise rubbed turkey.
Mayonnaise?
Yes. So,
all right.
All right, so mayonnaise rubbed turkey. We have mayonnaise here. We're gonna add some salt.
Okay.
And it's a decent amount of salt. Remember, this is all the salt that the turkey's really getting. Pepper, I like a lot of pepper, so we're gonna add a decent amount of pepper. And we're just gonna mix this up.
And what does mayonnaise do for a turkey?
There's a little bit of sweetness in mayonnaise, and it ultimately will create a beautiful skin that'll have depth and flavor because of the mayonnaise kind of like slowly dries out and creates a film and gets all beautiful on top of it. And ultimately, the bird is a lot moister because of it.
All right, so now it looks like the turkey is ready. What are we gonna do? What's our actual cooking process today?
Okay, so we can go in the oven, right? That's a great way to cook a turkey, but I'm gonna add a little bit more flavor by going in the Traeger here. So this bird's been in here.
Wow, that is a gorgeous golden brown. You weren't kidding.
Yeah, for about 4 hours now. And we've been spritzing it the whole way. We have apple juice, we have bourbon in here. We want to make sure we're spritzing it so we keep the outside skin nice and moist so it doesn't crack.
Okay.
And we want to cook it till it reaches about 165 internal temperature. Let it rest for 30 minutes to an hour.
Now that is a beautiful Thanksgiving turkey. Chef, thank you so much for sharing your tips and expertise.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Thanks for coming over.
We do get to sample this later, right?
Absolutely.
Thank goodness. So once you have the food menu figured out for Thanksgiving, your next question might be what to do about wine.
Personally, ultimate favorite Thanksgiving wine pairing for me is a champagne. Not only it can work as a perfect aperitif that can serve throughout the meal from start to finish, even with a dessert. It can also serve as a palate cleanser to prepare you for your next bite. And speaking of bites, today we have chosen a nice dry Riesling Tolkien from Mosel to pair with what the chef has prepared for us today.
And for us, when we're thinking about Thanksgiving, want a wine that still doesn't overpower, and that leads me to Burgundy every single time. Pinot Noir, 100%. So opening up these special bottles is really the way to celebrate. It sort of helps to commemorate the moment, I feel like, when we get that great opportunity to spend with family and friends.
Now that you have a house full of guests coming, it's time to think about your table. And thankfully, we have experts here from Atelier Saucier to help us figure this out. Stacy, Nikki, thank you so much for joining us. What are some things to consider when you're designing or thinking about your tablescape for Thanksgiving?
A big part of our brand is color, so we love to just mix and match and bring all different colors and textures onto the table.
A lot of times when you think about table linens, you think strictly like linen, you know, but we love to work in denims and chambrays, and we have new corduroy cocktail napkins.
We take the surplus and excess fabrics from the fashion houses in downtown and we turn their excess into our beautiful table linens.
Have you planned out your Thanksgiving tables yet?
Honestly, it's probably going to look pretty similar to this. After we set this out, I was like, okay, this is a good plan. This might be what my table looks like, yeah.
For all of the tips and tricks you've seen today, head to cbsla.com/InsideSoCal. And now let's make a toast to the table. Chef Tim, thank you for this incredible meal and for you and your wife inviting us into your backyard.
Pleasure.
Cheers. Atelier Saucier, thank you. Our wine experts, here's to a happy Thanksgiving. Cheers, guys. All right, now pass that turkey. I mean, seriously.
Inside SoCal is presented by Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.